And it's they say that if it moves too quick and you catch it the right way, it can actually shut your brain down.
Hello, my name is Ray. Thanks for checking out this video. Next month, Overkill is going to be releasing a new album called Scorched, and I'm going to be doing a review on that one, of course. So I figured I would look back on the albums and talk about Overkill and talk about my three favorite songs off of each album. I can't do a review for every single album, it'd take too long. And I figured I would just do the first 10 albums that they've released and talk about my three favorite songs off the album, just so the video is not insanely long. Starting in this series of the Overkill songs, this one has the first song, Overkill, and of course they did Overkill 2, then Overkill 3. The first album, Feel the Fire. My favorite songs off that are Rotten to the Core, especially that weird, squeaky, sinister, evil laugh that Blitz does at the beginning. Feel the Fire, and the song Overkill, which is the first in a series of the songs that are titled Overkill, this being the first one. The next album, Taking Over, is an absolute metal masterpiece. Thrash metal masterpiece, whatever you want to call it. It introduced me to Overkill the first time seeing them and hearing them in the video In Union We Stand. In Union We Stand is a wicked anthem, and it's just definitely one of the best songs off the album. This is a really difficult one because I love this whole album. And the other songs are Wrecking Crew, Power Surge, and Use Your Head. Use Your Head was just a wicked, I like it. Alcoholic Sluts, Plutonium Morettes. I really like how the lyrics go of that, and it's just an awesome song. It's an awesome album. Power Surge, In Union We Stand, and Use Your Head are my favorites, but I love every single song off of that album. It's an amazing album. Okay, the third album from them, one of my favorites, Under the Influence. Check out my other videos and scroll down a bit in the video section and you'll see it. I did a full review for Under the Influence, so I won't get into too much detail about it. Other than, it's one of my favorite albums. It's one of my favorite album covers. I got this right when it came out and I really loved it. And my favorite songs off it are Hello from the Gutter, which of course they have a video for. It was the first song I heard off of this album. Has such a really cool guitar solo and really cool verse and chorus and everything. I love everything about it. Drunken Wisdom is an awesome song. Must have been about somebody they know or around the people they dealt with before who were drunks. And then of course Head First. Head First has that cool like drum intro. I mean, it's just a couple hits on the snare and then the bass comes in, but I just really love how that sounds, and I mentally envision the whole underground scene and thing of the whole Overkill album and all that while listening to the song Head First. It's an awesome song. That one is a really difficult one to do because there's just so many, just like the previous one, there's so many epic songs off it, and they were just releasing wicked album after wicked album. The next album, 1989, Years of Decay. This is another cool thing. I've said it plenty of times before, but that's what was wicked about the 80s. These bands were just releasing albums like every single dang year and every other year. It was really awesome. So when they came out with this one in 1989, once again I was excited and it's like, oh hey, great. Overkill's got a new one out. So the first video off that was Elimination. It's a really cool song. It does not predict the future. I've seen several videos from, it's going to sound pig-headed and a little opinionated, and it might sound egotistical, what the heck ever, but a lot of people don't really understand Overkill or are new to the metal scene, I guess. We're like, oh hey, Elimination, did Overkill predict the future? Did Overkill predict COVID? No, they did not. It's simply about AIDS, I guess. In 1989, when they released the song, and Elimination is just basically about that. And of course a combination of other things, When you listen to lyrics, yanking on my plug, nobody's on a plug when they have COVID. Most people aren't. And of course, it couldn't be easy when it had to go. So that's referring to the burning sensation when you urinate. Couldn't be easy when it had to go to the bathroom. So there's little things that, you know, they don't get too specific in the song. Overkill doesn't. You know, there's a little bit of that ambiguous, whatever the heck you want to call it. You kind of have to figure out the lyrics for themselves. Like, oh, what are they talking about here? They don't really specifically come right out and say it in a lot of times. So anyways, Elimination, wicked song, heavy guitar and all that stuff. What I Hate is a really cool one people can relate to. They hate all kinds of things, whether it's your job, whether it's other people, whether it's a situation or whatever. I Hate is a really cool, powerful song. And of course, Birth of Tension is a really another cool, awesome song. It's one of my favorite ones. It's fast, it's rocking. It's just an awesome song. One of the things about Overkill, like a lot of people like and appreciate the musicianship, but it's kind of funny because even years later, and I'll throw this little clip in there, some people just don't really like Overkill, and mainly for the main reason is because of Blitz. I don't know why. People don't like Bobby Blitz's voice. I love Bobby Blitz's voice. It fits Overkill. It's perfect for Overkill. When you hear Bobby Blitz singing, you know it's Overkill. Compared to a lot of these other corny bands that nowadays where they're growling and you know, singing and it's all that freaking nonsense. It sounds like every other single dang band out there. So a lot of people have picked on Blitz before, and you know, whether it's comparing them to Mickey Mouse or.
So I could that's so metal. A Chucky doll lead singer. You know what I'm saying? But I would have to listen to it more.
Chucky Singer doll. That was just kind of funny. When I saw that, I laughed. Because I like those reaction videos, and it's always cool to see other people react to something that's rare like Overkill. Overkill's not too popular, of course. And it's cool if that people are checking it out and going to react to it and stuff like that. So I thought that was just kind of funny. Chucky lead singer in metal. I thought that was pretty funny. 2 years later, in 1991, they released a new album called Horoscope. This one also looks cool. It looks like it's going to be a good album. Got Bobby Gustafson is out of the band. They have two new guitarists, Rob and Merritt, and gives a whole another dimension to the band and a whole new sound. And my top 3 favorite songs off of this one are Coma, Infectious, and Blood Money. I like how Blood Money goes. I just like how the phrasing of it is. Coma's a fast rocking one, and Blood Money is, I don't know, just tells like a story, I guess. It's a really cool. It was a little bit different and took a little while to get used to. It wasn't as good as Years of Decay. I didn't like it as good as Years of Decay at first. But I got used to it and I've grown to appreciate it. And I do like it. It is definitely a good album. Unlike the next album I'm going to talk about, which is I Hear Black. In 1993, I Hear Black came out. So of course this is where some of these bands, a lot of the thrash metal bands, have either already disbanded or they tried to change their sound and tone and everything and tried to go alternative and all that stuff. So when I Hear Black came out, I was looking at the album cover and I was thinking, okay, it's an orange logo on this one. It's the orange logo album. So I figured it was something different. They were trying to be different and just have a different color for their logo. So I was thinking to myself, geez, I hope they didn't sell out on this one. I hope it's not too different. But I was thinking, and it kind of had that different feel and look. Charlie's not on the album, and it had an orange logo. And and of course, Sid Falk is gone now. Sid Falk is out of the band, the drummer. And Tim Mailer, whatever his name is in the band, and he's the new drummer. So they got a new drummer, but they still have the same guitarist and bass player and vocalist. So it shouldn't be too bad, right? Well, kind of. Dreaming in Clubbian is a really cool song. I like it. It has a cool sound to it. It's kind of fast. The rest of the album, though, I just really don't love. I like Ghost Dance because they're using like a flanger pedal on that song. and it's just kind of just a slow chugging with the bass and a little bit of, you know, guitar in it. There's no vocals, it's an instrumental. But Ghost Dance just has that cool sound, and it was a different song for them to do. So that one I do like. However, most of all the other songs off of I Hear Black, I don't really like. And of course, apparently I wasn't the only one, because some other people didn't like or weren't wild about I Hear Black either.
And he goes, first I felt the fire, second I was taking over, I fell under the influence, I lived through the years of decay, I had a horoscope, now I hear shit. Wow.
Two of my other favorite songs off of I Hear Black are Dreamin' Colombian and Weight of the World. Those are the two other ones that are pretty... Okay, in 1994 they released WFO, which stands for Wide Fucking Open. I like that one. It was one of the ones that was, I don't know, I don't want to say too different. It was a pretty good album. It was better than I Hear Black, at least. So I did buy it, and I was hoping it was going to be better than I Hear Black, and it definitely was. And the songs, I'm going to look at the list because there's just too many dang things. I'll do this quick. Where It Hurts, Supersonic Hate, and Bastard Nation. This is a good opener. It's a good fast rocking one. And WFO was a pretty good one. I liked it. Next was, which is the one I'm standing right in front of. You can't see it. The Killing Kind. It doesn't matter. The Killing Kind, I gotta be honest, that one I didn't buy. I didn't buy until like several years later. I was just like, oh, when you overcome already, and I was just like, I let it go. I didn't buy it. But I did finally get it after a couple of years or a year and a half later, whatever. And I like Certifiable and Let Me Shut That For You. Those are the two best songs off of that album. I like that. From the Underground Below. So I thought this one was going to be a cool, neat one. It has a white logo. So I thought they were going to be it was going to be kind of different. I was hoping it was going to be better than a previous one. And it kind of was. I do like this one actually better than the last two. So this is like, so far, their best 90s release. Well, with the exception of Horoscope. Later 90s release. I like From the Underground Below. I like It Lives. That's a really cool rocking one. And Fucked, F-U-C-T. That has some really cool lyrics to it. I like the phrasing of that. I like how that song goes. And of course, Promises. Now Promises is a ballad, but it's one of those ballads where, like, you know, hey, this is a pretty good ballad. Many times I really wasn't wild about Overkill ballads, but I mean, I liked Years of Decay, and then that was it. Some of the other songs that they did that were slower, I really wasn't wild about. But Promises, something special and good about that one. I like that one. So From the Underground Below. Once again, it's another album without Charlie on the cover. Necroshine. This is a cool one. I like the cover of it. Charlie is back. It's got Charlie on the cover, so that was a good thing. So Necroshine is a cool one. I did get this one, and I did like it. It was one of the other last ones I bought, because there was a couple of other ones I didn't really buy. But the last couple I have bought, and I'm looking forward to the new one. But it's Necroshine. I like the song Necroshine. It has a really cool sound. Has that kind of odd beginning. I don't know if they use some kind of like weird drum machine or some kind of weird sound, but it has a really cool, unique sound to it. Forked Tongue Kiss. Alright, what I really like about this song is that Dee Dee Vernon's, you know, you hear Dee Dee Vernon like throughout the Overkill albums. This is kind of like he's hitting a one note, kind of one string or an open string, and you hear the bass, but you don't hear anything wicked from Dee Dee. Now I'm putting Dee Dee down, but you don't really hear any like insane bass lines, and I guess he's not that kind of bass player. He's not like Billy Sheehan or anything that he's going to be popping and slapping and all that stuff. But you do hear a little bit of good bass work from Dee Dee on the song, and that's what kind of just brightens the song and makes the song, like, you know, really cool. Dee Dee Vernon's bass playing on that, especially that midsection part where it's just his bass. Alright, so the next song off of Necroshine is I Am Fear. That is a really cool one. I like the sound of that one. It's a good rocking one. I just like how the chorus, and I just like it. Sometimes when you like a song, sometimes there's not anything too specific. For a chorus, a cool wicked guitar riff or something. And yes, I like these later albums to an extent, but nothing beats the first 4 albums. Alright, so no metal band or thrash band has topped their first 4 albums within the last 15 to 20 years. Definitely not. Maybe some have come close and have come out with awesome albums, but they haven't topped their first several. Alright, so thanks again for watching. I do love the first 4 albums. The other ones I don't love as much. Let me know in the comment section what is your favorite Overkill album. They're coming out with the new one, Scorched. I'm going to do a full review on that. It's coming out April 14th or April something. I forgot exactly when. It's coming out in April. I'm going to do a full review on it. Thanks for watching, and see you.